Hey everybody, it's me, Pam Dragon Moon Creations. Welcome back to my channel. Really appreciate everybody that shows up. Um, I did a thing today. Of course, we've been having some severe weather, severe storms, more rain. People's basements are still getting water because the ground is so saturated. And in the middle of all that, I watched a video this morning and a YouTube video, and this woman had gone to Hobby Lobby and they had the Christmas stuff out, and not only did they have the Christmas stuff out, they had it 50% off. And she showed a package of ephemera, and I said, I've got to have it. I have to have it because I have all of these older Hobby Lobby Paper Studio paper pads, and they never came out with the ephemera to match. I mean, the paper ephemera. You could buy some dimensional stuff, but they never came out with any paper ephemera. Well, in my opinion, they finally came out with the paper ephemera to match the paper pads. And for instance, one of the best paper pads of all time, I have it, and that was their Vintage Christmas. I never used it because there was no ephemera. I do have the Santas, and this has that weird linen texture. Now, I do have the Santas. I realize that now. But it was very, very old-timey, you know? Of course, it's all that. And the pine cane. Yeah. And you can get this, but you have to be dimensional. They never came out with anything that wasn't dimensional. You know, the postage, old houses, the lights, the holly, the music. That's not holly, that's mistletoe. The wreaths, you know, the pine trees, just the colors and the feel of the pad was. There's the holly. Was always vintage. And do you remember this one? I don't even know what the date is on this one, but this is 2011. This is 2022, but they kept reissuing this, and you know they used to keep Vintage Christmas in stock all the time, and I think they kept Old World Winter in stock all the time too, and now they don't have it in stock. It's not in my store. And then the Old World Winter, the vintage feel. This is a linen like texture too. The vintage feels of the paper. And I love the paper, but I could never find any ephemera. And then Christmas on Amesbury Street. You remember this one? This has a 2015 date on. And I saw this, and she showed that ephemera, and it had the typewriter in it. And I said, oh, yes. Let's see, the typewriter. I think it's a French horn. No, it's not a French horn, but it's not a trumpet either, unless it's a different kind of trumpet. Old-timey Santas, the postage, the postcards, you know, all of this old feel. And I just love this paper. There's a whole page of the typewriter. I love the paper. Never find any ephemera. This one's not a really good pad. It's a 2014. I just liked it because it had the weathered look. But the prints are really big in it. But still, old-timey feel, right? Okay. And then even this one. They came out with this one, this Winterberry. This is a 2019. I never found any ephemera to go with it. And this has some pages that... I love that. With the cardinals. Could never find any cardinal ephemera. You know, there's that one. And then even right down to some more recent stuff. Now some of this stuff, like this Yuletide cheer and this sprinkle shop. Now this, of course, is Hobby Lobby. This is Michael's. But I found some ephemera today for that, for these. And there, I even have the Vintage Christmas in the 8.5 by 11. 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 And even this one, I'm not going to take it out, but this Home for the Holidays has kind of a vintagey feel to it. So those are a lot of the paper pads that I've been sitting on with no ephemera. So it storming, called for storms all day today, and I did drive in rain, and I saw the most magnificent bolt of lightning cloud to ground while I was on the interstate. But I got my shower and I left this house. It was like 10:35 or something like that, and I said, I'm going to try, because it went 50% off. My store never gets much of this. If they get like 3 or 4 packs of stuff. I went up there, fingers crossed. I said, I'm doing it. I don't care if I'm wasting my time. Because I went online and tried to order it, and it's out of stock online. I thought, oh my, no, I'm not going to get it. Well, guess what? I get up there, and I'm going to show you the pack of ephemera that the lady showed that I said, I have to have it. It was this one. It was the best Creative Life, and it was this one. And it's just, it's going to go with almost all of this paper that I just showed you, almost all of it. And it is the neatest looking ephemera pack I have ever seen. Okay, and there's 2 of everything, so there's 2 of those. And then they've got a Merry Christmas to You. I thought that was really cool. And then, see the cardinals with the postage? And guess what? They're kind of big, but I'll make it work. Yep, and remember that paper pad where had the houses in it? And I think that was the Vintage Christmas, I think. And there's 2 of each one of these. I'm just grabbing them by 2s. And see? Now this is the vintage stuff that I needed for those pads. And those don't come out, but you can punch those out. A little bit of holly. The plaid, which there's tons of the plaid. Oops, you go over there. I'm just going to do this one. I won't, but I know you've probably seen this, but I thought, how perfect. I mean, I just showed you those pads, and how perfect is this all going to be? You know, the presents with the gold colors. I love these. There's lots of the stamps, and there's 2 of each one. That paper that I showed you that had the little bulbs on it, the whole sheet, was that print right there. Yes, ma'am. The paper that had the bells on it. Remember? And there was paper in there with like the snowflake. And then the Merry and Bright with the, I don't know what they call that. That is not mistletoe. But look. Bulbs and bells. Music and poinsettias. Remember that? It was in there. And remember that page I pointed out? I even said it was holly. And I said, no, that's mistletoe. Look at there. And look here. More of that. And more of these. Deck the halls. Sleigh ride. Look at that. I am absolutely tickled pink, and I am so glad I went ahead and went up and took the chance. And there's just a Merry Christmas. Ice skates. Look at this. This is so many snowflakes on black. And I have that big package of those, but there's 2 of the small ones there. And I mean, just the ornaments. Just awesome. I love this. When she showed that, I went, oh my gosh, I don't have anything with this, but you know, still. And then the big piece of the Santa. I mean, look at that. I have a whole sheet of paper. It's got those all over it. I'm so tickled. The postcards. More tags. Music. And I have the one with the wreaths. I have paper with the wreaths. And I think that's a swag. I mean, come on. Finally. I was never so tickled to go up there and find this as I was. You don't have no idea. You've never seen me giddy. I don't do giddy. But I tell you what. And $3.49, and they were 50% off. And that made them $1.74. And when I say them, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be that person that you hate, okay? I'm going to be that person that you absolutely hate. The person that goes in and buys all of them. I did not buy all of them because somebody had come in there and they had opened one and spilled it all over the shelf below. I even tried to pick that one up, but the pieces fell in behind something, and I said, okay, I can't get it. But I did. Shame on me? Yeah, whatever. People have gone in there, because that's up in Clarksburg. And I've gone up to get stuff, and there's nothing left. Somebody has always cleaned it out. Okay, so I did. I got 5 of those. And then went over, and I found the ones with the cardinals. And I have the cardinal paper with the pine. They're a little shiny. These are not shiny. These are a little shiny. And I said, I don't care. I can live with it. Yeah. Oops. Right there. I can do it. I can live with it. No. Not going that way. These. Look at that. And cardinal is West Virginia's state bird. Lots of states have the cardinal as their bird. You know why? Because they stay around all year. They don't desert you for Florida when the going gets tough. So, yeah. I am so tickled. I'm working on Halloween right now. I got this stuff though, and that just lit me up for Christmas stuff. I've only gotten 2, 3, almost 3 projects done. And this was $4.49. This is more expensive than that. There's only 20 pieces in here. These packages here have 50 designs, 2 of each one, so they got 100 in them. Yeah, I know. I've got 500 pieces of ephemera. Let's see, the $4.49, they came out to $2.24 each. And there was that one, and I got 2 of those. And then there was this one. I only got 1 of this, but it's $4.49, so it came out to $2.24, right? And I didn't even look at this one hardly. I just picked it up and said, yes, I'm just taking it. Just go, Pam, go. These are still, they're kind of shiny, but it's going to be okay. I've got it. I'll deal with it. See, it says it's a little shiny, but I don't know what he's got whoop-de-doo all up around his back. What is that? Oh, it's his list. He's got his list in his hand, and he's throwing it, and it's just all over swirling around the back of him. I don't know what I'll do with this. I don't care. Got it. And okay. I'm loving this vintage Christmas stuff. I didn't know if anybody had seen this one. I had not seen anybody actually show this one. I'd seen them show this other one, but not this one. It says Joy. Santa's riding some candy cane. Santa's been in the eggnog. There's some vintage Santas. That's little berries and girl. And there he's, yeah, oh man. Definitely too much rum in his eggnog. He's riding a, better not say that. Anyway, he's going down the chimney on that one, and a couple more of these, and I only got 1. But it's like this. I thought, well, I don't get up there very often. So I just went ahead and did it. And then I even got this. So it was $4.49. So it came out to $2.24. These were pretty. I thought they were pretty. They're Christmassy, and it kind of reminded me of Courier and Ives. I don't know if anybody remembers that or not. Different. There are no duplicates, I don't think. I think they're all different. Look at that small. Yeah, I think they're all different. There may be 2 of each one. I'm not really. Those are just really, really small. It's pretty. Oh, I like that one. Look at the house that's on that one. And then bigger one. I thought they were cool. Totally not my vibe, but I thought they were cool. And I said, well, get them. Because if I'd go home, I would regret it. And until they go on clearance, I don't think this stuff's going to be lower priced than 50% off. And then, remember the other one I showed you, these, especially that one, that Yuletide cheer, got those colors in it. You know, I got this is from, I got that last year. But I got these Christmas present things, Christmas packages. And $3.99 regular, 50% off, it was $1.99. I think. I think she overcharged me because I only got one of these. I don't have anything else about $3.99. I'm not gonna get upset about it. Okay, and then there was one there. It was a 6x6 of the Christmas basics. Their pads suck. They don't have anything like this anymore. And this was just 2019. And I think they had this pad even year before last. But then they went on to that whimsical stuff, which I have that pad, but you know, they just don't have any really good ones anymore. I did not cut this open because I think I've seen people show it. It's just a basic pad, and I've got a die that will cut really small, like 1-inch squares. I got that, and then, oh, I forgot, I got this. This is what the $3.99. I did get 2 things for $3.99. Okay, let me see. Whoops, hang on. Let's see if I can cut my fingers off today. I'm sweating. It is so humid here because of the rain. Ugh. My dehumidifier is working overtime. I run the dehumidifier in conjunction with running my air conditioner, and I run fans, try to get the air circulated a little bit better. Okay, I'm on the sweat. Hang on. Okay, but this, it looked like it might help out with some of that vintage paper too. Look, it's even got some cardinals, Mr. and Mrs. And I saw those cutouts of the skates and the packages with the gold. Yeah. But yeah, and then it changes into this, and this goes with that. There's a green paper pad. I know I only got it 6x6. I don't know if it came with but there's a green one. I have the black and white Christmas. It's from Michael's, I think. But yeah, okay. So I got that. And then while I was there was no percentage off, but I went ahead and got another 6x6 of the Ologist because I said how much I loved it. See? And y'all have seen that when I showed it. I showed it and I oohed and awed over it. So, yes, I was that person. I took 5 of those. And I am not even going to apologize. Okay, so, because I've had them bought right out from under me. Oh, well, I'm at 20 minutes. Okay. Anyway, that's what I wanted to show you that I did today. And my kids were so surprised. I went out during storms. I said, yes, I felt like taking a walk on the wild side. And besides, Hobby Lobby had 50% off Christmas crafts. So, anyway, everybody, thank you for watching. And probably the next video you see will be me showing some of my Halloween projects. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.